Hey everyone, I am Allison Turner. I am coming on here today. I'm actually the founder of a company, Bad Cat Media Group, but I'm actually going to talk a little bit about giving back. And I am the current chair of the Delray Chamber Education Fund board. And I want to talk a little bit about the importance of giving back, because I find that if you're a leader in your community, you're giving back in some way, shape, or form. And that's part of leadership, because there's always going to be someone that is less fortunate than you are. So some people give back in money. They have a foundation, family foundation, and all those are necessary because obviously you're funding a specific need. And then some people give back in time. They serve on boards. Our board is a working board, so they do that. And Delray Chamber Education Funds, I wanted to share a little bit about kind of what the purpose behind giving back is, and then touch a little bit on Delray Chamber Education Fund for anyone that's in the South Florida area. But for me, giving back is a mindset, because it's like, how can we help others? That doesn't mean obviously we only have so much time in our day, and we can only give back so much and of our time. So unless you're if you're a billionaire or multimillionaire, things like that, sometimes you can give more money back, which is fine. But again, most people that I know that have family foundations still want to give their money to credible causes. They're not just going to hand you a check for the write-off, things like that. They're giving money to credible causes. And I think that's the other thing, is you have to find what you're passionate about to give back and really focus that energy there. Like, what are you passionate about, and how can you make the world a better place? Because ultimately, in giving back, you're finding that passion for you, and then you're helping make the world a better place. So if you're giving back to something that you're not passionate about, then more than likely you're not going to put your 100% into that effort. So that's something to think about. But I always think there's people less fortunate. I mean, someone could tell me they're broke, but I could say, but you're alive, you're healthy. There's always, someone could be dying today. Well, obviously, what are you going to help them with, type of thing. So there's always circumstances that, allow us to create a need for something. And the Delray Beach Public Schools, which is what the Delray Beach Chamber Education Fund talks about and helps, the Delray Beach Public Schools need assistance. And they're great as far as, we have some great teachers in the Delray Beach Public Schools, some great administrators, principals, all that type of thing. But the funding only goes so far. So the funding from the state, the county, the city only goes so far. So a lot of times teachers are reaching into their own pocket to help with that funding. They're decorating their classroom out of their own pocket. They're doing things to make it a better experience for kids and help them learn more, and they're reaching into their own pocket to do so. And the interesting thing is, all of the Delray Beach Public Schools are Title I schools, and Title I schools are schools below the poverty line. So think about that, and then think about how you might be able to help. So I wanted to share a little bit about why I'm passionate about this particular nonprofit. I'm on a couple of different boards. I'm actually chairing this board, and I'm passionate about this board because we are helping kids in education. And education was a huge part of me growing up. And I find it still an important piece. I love to learn. I love to learn new things, new ideas, new challenges. I get bored. One of the reasons I started my own company is I got bored in jobs, and I left jobs because I would just get bored after a few years. So I always wanted that new challenge. And if I couldn't move up further, then I would just move on, basically. So one of the things that we are doing right now is we have a bus shelter program, which allows us, we have a collaboration with the city of Delray Beach. Thank you, city of Delray Beach. And it allows us to essentially sell bus shelter, not the actual bus shelter, but allows a company to be able to advertise on a bus shelter. And it's a great way to give back. We are a 501c3, and we do sorry. You know, we're our 501c3, and we do give that money directly to the schools. So any contributions for this particular program, besides the cost to wrap the shelters, you know, and maintain like the wrap and everything else goes to the school. Like we can't use it as operating expenses, nothing like that. So, you know, one of the things I wanted to share with you is like how much we're able to make an impact in the Delray Beach Public Schools because of this program. And again, this is the Delray Chamber Education Fund, is the nonprofit arm of the Delray Beach Chamber. And it's a great program because it allows us to make an impact. And that's essentially when you give back, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to make an impact. So maybe it's a financial impact. Maybe it's a, you know, I know some other nonprofits, they like give food to families, you know, so maybe it's not a financial impact, maybe it's a food impact. But ultimately, when you're giving back, you want to make an impact in whatever way, shape, or form. You know, so our goal is to make the impact, and we're using some of these funds to do it. So I wanted to just jump on today and share a little bit about Delray Chamber Education Fund, and more importantly, show some of the work. So these are 3 of our shelters, which look super good, and they're highlighting 3 different schools. So a couple of things these shelters do, you know, they allows a business to have a tax-deductible donations, $2,500, but it also allows you to highlight one of the schools. So I'm going to add this video to this page. This is the Delray Open. We just finished in the last couple of weeks. Had another great tournament. You'll see they have highlighted St. Spady Montessori School, and then this is highlighting that we love our schools. So like that, that shelter, for example, is great because it's not only highlighting the tennis tournament, it's also highlighting, you know, the school. And again, 100% of the money less the expenses are going to those schools. So the expense of wrapping that shelter, and then the rest of that money is going to the school. I want to just highlight a couple more. This is at the beginning. Let me start at the beginning. So this is the City Center Delray shelter. They're highlighting Atlantic High School. So it's designed slightly differently because the panels are slightly different on here. But again, it brings highlight to the business. It also brings highlight to the school. And again, 100% of the funds, less the expenses to wrap the shelter or maintain it, go to the school. And then finally, I'm going to like highlight one more. Maybe start it from the beginning. This is the night group. Use the dog in the background that's barking. So this is the night group. They actually are going to renew and get another shelter. So I'm super excited about that. They do great work in Delray. Again, they're highlighting Banyan Creek. So these are great opportunities, again, to make an impact in our schools in Delray Beach. So if you know of anyone, a business or something else, someone else that may want to make an impact, and this is a great way to do it, or just get involved, whether it's with Delray Chamber Education Fund, another nonprofit. There's so many great nonprofits in our area that make such a great impact on the schools. If you're passionate about education and kids, if you're passionate about something else, great, get involved in that. But make an impact, give back, make sure you are doing something to better society. Because ultimately, my goal in life is to leave this earth better than where I found it. That's my goal. That's what drives me each and every day, either through my business or through the nonprofit side. And I hope everyone has a great rest of your evening. And if you have any questions about Delray Chamber Education Fund, feel free to reach out to me, direct message me on any of these platforms, or email me at info@delrayeducation.org. I do get that email directly, info@delrayeducation.org, and I would love to talk with you more about it. I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.